Hello, this is Rahma Al-Sada, and I am an interior design student here at Northern Arizona University. Today I will go over my capstone, One Happy Family. It is a children's home for Syrian refugees kids. So I grew up in the Middle East region, and we have a lot of civil war in the Middle East. That led my attention to human rights and specifically children's rights. Because children are one of the most important and sensitive group of the community, they should have a happy and healthy childhood. Syrian refugees kids displaced from their homes, lost of their loved ones. They are running from the death to an unknown future in extremely harsh trips, and that's bring a lot of problems. Syrian refugees kids have more chance to have mental health issues such as depression and post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm focusing on Syrian refugees kids who escaped to Turkey since it's the largest country with the number of refugees. I chose specifically the Gaziantep city because it's near to the Syrian borders and it's the second largest city with Syrian refugees families. Okay, here's some fact about Syrian children and the war. So, in 2017, over 5 million people had fled the civil war raging in Syria. Half of them were children. 79 of the children have experienced someone die in their family. More than 90% of Syrian children not have education. Most of children traveled through border with their families, but there were some children who traveled alone because the losing of their parents and families on the way. After doing research about Syrian refugees kids, I came up with the 5 main needs. First, family-like environment. I bring them together on the dining, playing, and sitting together in the living room. Home-like design. I provide them with a comfortable furniture, calming colors in their rooms, and using biophilic design. Basic education skills such as having 2 classes and a library so they can read and study in it. Consultation, so each child will have an appointment with a professional to discuss their mental health. And entertainment, I will have a big playroom for them. Now I want to show you this video.
Syria. I used to have a home. It was the only place I had ever known. Then one day, we had to gather whatever we were strong enough to carry and run. We ran from violence and ran from certain death. We ran to give our children the most precious thing on earth, an opportunity. Syria. I used to have a home. It was the only place I had ever known. Then one day, we had to gather whatever we were strong enough to carry and run. We ran from violence and ran from certain death. We ran to give our children the most precious thing on earth, an opportunity to survive. We have stopped running for now.
When doing a search of orphanages or children's home pictures, that's what appears. It does not seem like to have even the basic needs of kids' safety. They have many kids in one room and it looks cold and it does not feel like a real home. And this is what I want to reach by finding a solution of the problem. In my opinion, the first step to help children healing from their mental health issues is to provide them with home-like design. My goal as an interior designer is to provide Syrian children with nurturing, beautiful, and heaven home. So this is my level 1 floor plan. I have 2 entrances. This is the main entrance for the workers and visitors, and this one is for kids. This floor is content of 4 parts. The first part is the food part, which is the dining and kitchen. You can see the purple here. And the second part is offices, the blue part. And the third part is the yellow part, which has the playroom. And the last part is the red part, which is the educational, and it's content of the library and 2 classes. These classes can open to each other. I have a sliding door, so it can be one big class as well. So this is my level 2 floor plan. It's basically just a residential. It has the kids' bedrooms and the living rooms, and this part is open to below. So for my first perspective, it will be the hallway. At the number 1, you can see the Arabic fountain here, and at the number 2, you can see the door opening of the library. So for me, I have always been inspired by the beauty of the home decor of Syrian people. They have this fountain almost on all courtyard, and they are popular of these arches. In designing the hallway, I tried my best to provide children with a design that always reminds them of their homes and their country. So I add a fountain with a medieval Islamic style because it's almost placed in all Syrian homes, courtyards. And I also add the tiles that have Arabic pattern and geometric shapes. When you come from the hallway to the library, you can see the Islamic style arched door opening, and this also seen at Syrian homes a lot. So for the library and educational, I have three perspectives. The first one is to the computers, the second one is to the studying tables, and the third one is to one of the classes. So the real function of the library is to provide children with a quiet space to read and do their homeworks for their classes. In this perspective, you can see the computer lab side, and you can see the Islamic style partition that have a lot of great geometric shapes. It's made of words, and you can see the touch of biophilic design. I add a bamboo plant here. This is a perspective of the quiet zone or the studying zone at the library. In this perspective, I add an artificial tree. I want to give children a feeling that they are studying in the park, inside the nature. And you can also see the tree trunk seating surrounding the tree, the artificial tree. I also have a study tables by the window side, so children can enjoy looking at the nature views while studying, and that will increase their productivity. So this is a perspective of one of the two classrooms I have inside the educational area. First, I have this colorful, beautiful carpet, and here I have a sliding curved wooden door. It can be opened to have one big class instead of the two small classes I have. And I located the classroom by the glass wall, so it helped the children have better skills and learning faster, according to science. So in the children playroom, I have two perspectives here. The first one is to the picnic side, or I call it activity side, and the second one is for the playing side here. In the activity side of the playroom perspective, I have used a colorful carpet to increase the energy level of the children. I also use the wall hall so children can take a break sitting here and watching others. I have a chalk wall here so children can express their feeling by drawing on it. I keep connect the kids with the nature. I include some elements such as have a planter here so kids can learn to participate in planting seeds. I have some parts of the carpet that's grass-like. It's make the children that they feel they are in the heart of the nature. And I also add picnic tables here, so children can sit and having conversation. And finally, I added a natural style wallpaper as one of my walls of the library. So, as I said, the colorful carpet can increase the energy level of the kids, which is perfect in the playing room. I also have the grass-like carpet here. I have a big swings and slide the playground set here so children can play with it. I am also connected the children with the nature. So I have here a water play table for kids, and here I have a sandbox so they can play with water and a sand while they are indoor and enjoying the nature views. Right now I will go to the second floor and have a perspective of this bedroom here, the rectangular one. In the kids' bedroom, I will have 4 kids with loft bed in each room, and each bed will have a desk under it, desk and a chair, so each child have her or his own desk to study or draw or do activities. This desk can also be replaced with another furniture pieces such as chair, a recliner chair. I chose a loft bed instead of a bunk bed, so each kid can have a personal space under the bed instead of having one kid down and one kid up. I have a wall painted with a calm pastel pink or blue, so this is a girl's room, so it will be pink. And I have a wallpaper on one of the walls. I have a ceiling in cloud shade that have a great lighting. So at this point, let's watch this video about Syrian children express their feelings by drawing. We, as a community, if we didn't find a solution for this problem of refugees kids, we will have more homeless children that they sleep on the streets. We will have more mental issues of depression, and we will have more children labor, which is prohibited by government. When we apply the solution for this problem, children will be educated, healthier, and happier. The children of today are the next generation, so happy children today will make the world happier tomorrow. So let's rewind what we had today. The problem was about the Syrian refugees kids. They displaced from their homes. They lost their family members. They don't have a safe environment to live in. they don't have education, and they don't have a good nutrition. My concept was to providing Syrian refugees children with nurturing, beautiful, and heaven home. My research focus area was on the 5 main points of the needs of Syrian refugees kids, which are the consultation, basic skills education, home-like design, family-like environments, and entertainment. As a solution, we need to provide those children with a home that had these features: the biophilic design, the consulting services, the calm color for the paint walls, and the comfortable furniture. I have no doubt that interior designers have the power of making people happier and making the places more beautiful. We should participate, help people in need. So, let's make a happier world.